So, saying all of that, I'm going to bring it around to one SOULution. Depending on your perspective, I believe that everything is rooted in spiritual, and that there is one true force. It is life-giving and life-sustaining. And anything that is contrary to that is not of truth. So anything that takes life or suppresses life is really not the truth. It is a perversion or a result of when we don't follow life-giving and life-sustaining practices. And so I'm going to bring that around in a big way here. So use your intuition, your inner guidance to decide for yourself what you need to do regarding the solutions I've shared so far. But I'm going to suggest that there's one unified solution that doesn't cost anything, and you don't have to worry about running out of it. It is spiritual immunity, which includes just a few things. Every one of those things is what the fractal source code found in all things is pointing us to at this time. So what I'm saying about that is all these different fractals like soul, the sun, 5G, the throat, G5, the coronal discharges of the sun, all these fractalic messages are saying just one thing, because everybody's going to look at different things during this time period. So the communication has to be across the board. That's the purpose of the hologram. The fractal hologram is communicating the same thing in many different ways so people can hear and understand it. So when the hologram, it's like it's a message, and it's like God saying, holla back now. It's communicating to us 24/7. So this is a grand happening. This whole situation that we're in right now is a grand happening. It's going to go down in history. From our DNA to the celestial solar system. So breaking the code, what source is telling us? Source code is saying one thing in all of these different languages, all the different possible reasons for corona to get everyone's attention. 5G, it represents conscious and purity of our spoken and inner words. The solar coronal winds means taking conscious command of our solar plexus, aka wills and intent. And the virus equals the degree we are in our highest hearts, the thymus, we are in our immune system, to all things that are life-supporting and life-taking. So when we are in purity of our spoken word and our inner words, and we're in charge of our will, and we're focusing on life-giving and life-giving and life-sustaining, then we are immune to these things, actually immune. So breaking the code even further, you can think about this time period being a test of sorts. What have you been propagating, broadcasting at this time of the corona? Corona means radiance. Jesus had a corona, a crown around his head. The sun has a corona. So corona also means radiance. It's like saying, hey, dudes, what are you radiating? Be aware. Forced us inward to really highlight our thoughts, our feelings of worry, anger, fear, whatever that was. So pay attention to whether you've been trading. That means giving others and sharing with Source, God, whatever you want to give that name, whatever name you want to give that. Have you been trading with life-giving and life-supporting emotions, words, and intent? Or have you been trading with life-suppressing and life-taking words, thoughts, and feelings? And maybe a bit of both. I know I've done a bit of both in this time period. So there is a forward way to live life, which equals live. But if you turn the word live around backwards, you get evil. So evil is simply living life backward in contrast to life-giving and life-sustaining. So when we live in that contrast, we cause dis-ease within ourselves, within our bodies, and within the planet. So emotions that are in line with life or living to the fullest are joy, love, celebration, and sharing. Evil is fear, worry, anger, and hoarding. Humanity is what's made this viral. We're the viral part of this. We shared forward things that were less than our higher self through our words, our will, and our actions. You have to be really careful of what you share forward, because when somebody tells you something, that's one thing. But once you swallow it and then you share it with someone else, you're propagating, you're broadcasting a particular station. And are you aware of what you're feeding, or been feeding out into the world? This time is giving you a little snapshot of that. The good news is that it's not too late to turn this all around, to go past the test level of all of this and use this time to find your spiritual integrity, in which spiritual immunity is inherent. Spiritual immunization has to do with our integrity of words, our intent, and the frequency of our heart. Frequency can be a bit of a woo-woo word, having to do with vibration, things like that, but it's really simple to understand what the frequency of the heart is. What feelings reside in your heart most frequently? If there's love, if there's joy, if there's praise, then that is what you're going to experience in the world. That's your frequency. And we all fluctuate back and forth, but what is the predominant feelings in your field, in your heart? If your feelings are in line with your true divine identity and the upper trading floor of life-giving and life-sustaining, you are immune to all things life-suppressing and life-taking, which is like the coronavirus, the solar coronal discharges, and 5G. You are above it. It cannot touch you. You're adaptable. Your energy is higher than it. So think of this time period as a little bit of a test from the emergency broadcasting system saying, hey, dudes, what you've been broadcasting, pay attention to what you broadcast into reality, because it is important. It is a collective that we all are part of. And know that we can take this from being a test into the next level of owning it. Taking the next level of, okay, I am ready to start taking charge and responsibility of myself. So the Aquarian age came online, or was accessible to everyone, starting in 2012. It's taken 7 years to download, and we are in the reboot phase. So 7 is an interesting number, 7 days, 7 years. You could say from a spiritual perspective, it's only been 7 days, or maybe 7 minutes. But during this time period from 2012 to 2020, it's been 7 years. And on one level, this has been a test to see if you're ready. The Aquarian is represented by waves, not water waves, but mental, emotional, and verbal waves. Aquarius is air, not water. So we're moving from Pisces, the fish, which this symbol, I break down, some classes that we're doing, we're breaking down this Pisces symbol into the torsion, or the center of the toroidal field. It's the inertia plane is what it represents. Aquarius represents the vibrations that we can't necessarily see, but that we share and send with one another. We are all broadcasting and receivers at the same time. So are you ready to move into the next cycle where the radiation, the broadcast of your thoughts, intent, and words are more instantaneous? Like, that's getting serious now. So things are going to speed up. Our creation process, our creation ability is going to get stronger. So this has given us a little bit of a snapshot of what we would be creating. So having to go inward, we've had to pay attention to, okay, where are my thoughts? Am I in fear and worry? And we can begin to change that. Owning your divinity. Are you ready to really start owning your divinity, your air element, to the throne? What would you command of the world with your thoughts, intents, words, and feelings if you sat on the throne? This time period has given you a peek into that future. This new level curriculum is what I and others of the same alignment were put on this planet for. Embodying completely integrity from root to crown, reclaiming our divinity, developing your source force. How plugged in are you into God, to source, to spirit? And the rebuilding of the splendor of our mother, the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden isn't someplace on the planet. It's the entire planet. We never got kicked out. It was our ignorant perceptions of the beauty that we have and that supports us that kicked us out of the garden. It's all perceptional, and it's time to take that back. So there's a birthing of a new world happening right now, and you are living through it. You're here for it. No, not the new world order. That is laughable. When you've donned your full regalia, which is your crown, your scepter, which is your kundalini energy, and then the toroidal field, the sphere, when you own all of that, and you are ministering only love, life from the center of your being, anything life-taking and life-suppressing will have no power over you. Once your internal integrity is fully anchored, anything in the world less than love and life-giving will bow, bend, and crumble in your presence. I wholeheartedly know this. I don't believe it, I know it. This is your destiny as stewards of divinity and this planet we call home. So buckle up, get ready, because we are moving to the next level. And I'm here to help. And I've got a whole group of people that are ready to help. And there's lots of people positioned all over the planet for this next level that we're about to step into. So it's about taking our power back, truly. The power to create, to focus. And things are going to get more, we're going to get more powerful with our words, our thoughts, and our intent. So it's time to take responsibility, be consciously aware of what you're saying, use pure words, pure thought, pure intent, so that what you create is more life, more love-giving in this world. That is what this time period is about. It's about going back to radiating the corona around your body, radiating your true brilliance. I honor that place in you where when you are in that place in you and I am in that place in me, we are one. We are made of the same star stuff. We breathe the same air, walk the same earth, and drink the same water. Namaste. So if you like what I'm sharing here, there's a donation button down below that you can donate. And you can holler at me, email me, text me, whatever you need to do if you need help. Maybe I can line you up with somebody even in your area. And we can get past this. There is a solution, SOULution to everything. So peace out.